Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop channel. I am John. Once again, Jeremy Chapman sitting,
I'm so happy to be
placing
here
to my left.
playing this lovely instrument. I can't wait to talk about them. That's what we're here for. Another unbox at the Acoustic Shop.
This is going to be a limited edition of unboxing where we're going to talk about the E6 and E8D-TC limited edition with Alpine spruce. So Jeremy, we're back. We got a call, I don't know, I guess it's been about 2 or 3 months ago, talking about a limited batch of guitars that had been built that already kind of fit our world because those of you who don't know, we like the Thermo-cured guitars. We like them mainly because we were tied into it. This is actually one of our projects, and I was actually very, very fortunate to be able to be involved with Eastman and the Thermo-cured series. It was a project that we worked on and originally started out with
a collaboration, you might say.
It was a collaboration, collab, I believe. It was originally started out as the E20. We were only going to do a rosewood with Adirondack spruce tops that were thermo-cured, or people call it torrefied, baked. What else do you got? Aged. Tons of names out there for it.
But it is the torrefication process where they actually, in a very oxygen-free, high-temperature oven, basically a kiln, they dry out all the wood sap and all the moisture out of the wood. And they've shown that they come out like they weigh half as much as when they went in there because they just bake all that moisture out of there. And very cool process. We have a blog about that. If you'd like to go over to our blog and read more about torrefication or thermo-curing of the tops of guitars, go over to theacousticshop.com and read that. Very cool process that goes all the way back to the Vikings.
Wow, very cool.
They weren't doing it on guitars, they were doing it on ships. But.
Before we get too far into this, I do want to remind you one more time that if you do love these guitar videos and mandolin videos and whatnot, please subscribe to the channel that you're on right now. Please comment, share, like, do all that good stuff. The more of that happens, the more we get to continue to do what we love, which is talk about acoustic instruments.
And
so
show them off. We get
that.
some of the earliest batches. Like, we've gotten enough of a following on this channel now that a lot of the manufacturers like Bedell, Gibson has been sending us mandolins, Eastman, they send us some of the instruments before they're actually on market so that we can do a quick review. So you guys will be able to know about these instruments before they're even available a lot of the time. Be sure to subscribe, share that. It helps us get those instruments in our hands before anyone else so that we can show them off to you and you can be the first to know.
That is true. And one more reminder, if you don't want to listen to us continually ramble on about these guitars, there are going to be samples of both of these, tone samples at the very end of the video, as well as there's a whole nother video with a performance that we did on these particular
ones. What a performance it was. John played 1,378,000
I used my favorite heavy metal lick right there. I'll show it to you in the fast and then the slow.
How are you doing that?
I don't know. It's in slow motion.
We'll have a separate YouTube video breaking down the technique to the triplet hammer-on.
Anyway, so yeah, you check those out. But we're going to go back to talking about thermo-cured guitars. That batch we talked about, the E20 came out first. Then we got a sneak peek at the Acoustic Shop, got actually an exclusive run for a while of the only E10Ds, which are mahogany back and sides. Then there was a talk about doing thermo-cured Sitka tops. And that was another fun project to kind of build in. So that brought in the E6 and E8, which were released last year. We didn't see them until late last year.
Something interfered with it.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that interfered with it. But the E6s and 8s came out, and we do have some of those. Those are absolutely gorgeous. The Sitka tops turned out this beautiful brown, caramelized color, probably one of the darkest, richest colors of all of them. Then we got the call about these guitars. There was a run of Alpine spruce or Swiss Alpine spruce that they decided to do, and Unbeknownst to all of us here in the U.S., Eastman decided to build these guitars and just ship them over, and didn't tell anybody about them.
No real designation in the model number or anything. It's just, hey, surprise, this is a different top you have on here.
Which actually kind of made for a fun story, because I remember when these originally came into Pomona, and I got a phone call that said, hey, we got your TCs in, because we get a lot of them. And they said, we got them in, but I don't think they TC'd them at all. They look like Adirondack tops. And we're like, well, okay. So we waited, and then they got a phone call. No, ends up they were. They are alpine spruce tops that were thermo-cured. Alpine spruce, by nature, much, much whiter even than the Adirondack spruce. It's very, very bright white. So when they do the thermo-curing, it darkens, but not near as much as you see out of, especially the Sitka or even the Adirondack tops. So very, very cool. There was a limited run of these. They're coming towards the end of them now, but we have been getting a lot of them in at the Acoustic shop. And I think that they actually have a very cool, unique tone quality.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things having the shop. Just seeing how big a difference the tonal woods make. Like this one, you would have thought it's so closely related. It's very similar to, I guess, the Adirondack spruce or red spruce, but I've noticed a pretty good tonal difference between this and back to back. We can play them both back to back in our shop, and there is a tonal difference between this. A little bit, I don't know, it's almost like a little more sustained to me.
I find it to be a little bit warmer than the Addy tops, but does have that kind of that attack and sustain that is there. So it's kind of in between, but definitely in that same world. They did send us out this, I'm going to bend over for 1 second. They sent out this really, really cool new pamphlet all about.
We should scan that and put a link. We're going to scan that and put a link in this description.
So these will also be coming in all the newer. For those of you who got old versions of these guitars before they came out with these, I got a few extras. So if you want to find out more about that,
invading my space,
we can do that. There's only one big problem in here. They talk about that these are harvested in the Swiss mountains and that they're a very slow growing tree, just like the Adirondack ones are. They said they are sourced at an altitude of between 1,300 and 2,000, but they do it in meters, and we don't understand meters around here. Jeremy, are you going to calculate that for us?
Hey Google, how much is 13,000 meters?
1,300.
Oh, let me try that again. That's
Technology
embarrassing.
is not his friend. Anyway, it is sourced at...
Google, how much is 1,300 meters? Oh, they give it to me in yards. Let's go with miles. It is approximately 0.8 miles.
Oh, well, that helps us a whole lot.
And then they talk about centimeters,
We want feet is what we want. Okay, yeah, we're looking for feet. Anyway,
4,265 feet.
All right, so this is harvested at 4,000 feet roughly. Anyway, or more. The other thing they talk about is these have, they've reached a diameter of at least 50 centimeters and get to at that point, it says it has reached its maximum age of at least 200 years.
Hey Google, how much is 200 years?
I don't know what that is. Another really cool thing about these are also called moonwood. So they are harvested in the wintertime, and it is right before the first full moon. What that does is actually gets more, I believe, more or less moisture content. I think it's more moisture content into the wood before it is fallen. So it actually kind of gets it a little bit more swelled up and really big before they take it down.
Like me after a workout.
Anyway, it talks more about the acoustic properties of this. Very, very cool little thing. And thank you, Eastman, for giving us a little bit more insight into how these are actually done. Talks about the thermo-curing process. And again, we won't get into that. There's a blog we have on it. We've done multiple videos about thermo-cures because we do love them. But it was kind of a cool project to see. I don't know exactly how many of theirs there are out there, but we have actually seen quite a few come into the shop, and I know there are a few more still landing that are going to be coming here. So.
One of the odd things is there's, like I said, no real designation on the label or anything. So on the box that they ship it in, it has the serial number of that guitar and says Alpine Spruce on it, and now they're going to include these cards. But when you if you buy this in store or if we ship it to you, cut that little label off the box, and that way you'll have that with your case to show this is one of the Alpine Spruce
I don't know
tops.
that you really need to show anybody. Here's the deal.
I would put it up to people and say, check this out.
Here's the deal. You'll know it's a great sounding guitar. Honestly, we were just both playing these before we started playing on the video, and you commented more sustain, a lot of real great brilliance, but yet full and thick at the same time.
And these are brand new out of the box, too.
Yeah.
These are guitars that haven't been played more than 10 minutes.
We have not played these at all, so definitely worth getting. As always, have all of the major features that Eastman guitars have, which is a hand-built guitar with a lifetime warranty, nice case, bone, nut, and saddle. They are all individually voiced. They do a fabulous job, and they do it for a price point way below a lot of others. In fact, I recently had another manufacturer talk to me. Hey, we just got a shipment of Alpine spruce in, and they are a $1,200 upgrade for your guitar. This guitar is not much more than that
for the entire guitar,
including that top. Including the top. So just in that upgrade, you're getting something here. So again, in Eastman style, they're giving you a major upgrade with these new Alpine spruce versions, but you're not having to pay for it. These are literally the exact same price as their Sitka spruce brethren, sisterin, whatever you want to call
siblings.
it. Siblings. So the 6 is a mahogany back and sides. The 8 is a rosewood back and sides. If you can, get your hands on one of these before they're all gone. Once they're gone, I've been told they are not coming back, so it was kind of a really cool run. Definitely worth checking out.
Elvis said the same thing, though, so let's
well, he may come back again.
close the door.
Farewell forever tour. We don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, this is these are the E8 and E6 TCs with Alpine spruce. Very, very limited edition.
Let's hear them. Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we're going to use it on all the videos.
Good
I hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshoppe.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We'd love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
No.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean things back.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.